Yo. Let's talk about the Incarnons of the week. The Steel Path, the Circuit, Akbronco, Soma, Vasto, Nami Solo, Burston, and Rivenzer Kuva. Akbronco, it's a buff. It's gonna release Spectral Axis when you use aerial attacks or slide attacks, just as it says on the description. You can work towards these and make them do a good amount of damage, but really, is it worth? It is hard to say. The only thing that is not real, but it's the most thing that might attract to you towards this kind of weapon, this type, is that the stances are really cool and they just flow really well. Other than that, it's a buff. Soma and Caron, it's a bit weird. Turns into kind of a shotgun. It deals decent damage, but I just feel like the effort you have to put into it to make it really, really good, it's just not worth the amount of stuff that you have to do. Vasto deals a kind of a crazy amount of damage. You're gonna be easily hitting the red crits with it if you build it properly. But it suffers from the same thing that all of the ones on this week also do, pretty much, in a bit. Nami Solo Incarnon is arguably the best machete in the game right now. It's you turn into a blender. There's a couple videos on the channel. Really, it gets a lot of range, and it feels good. It feels good. You can do a build to use like only the heavy attack. Build your combo with the slash proc from the heavy attack, which it has some guaranteed in there. But not only that, but the weapon itself, it's pretty decent. So this is a possibility of a weapon to use, which is pretty good. As for the Burston, it's kind of like the Bratton Incarnon, but a bit better. That's what people usually say. And I really just have to agree with that. Incarnon mode, auto fire, large magazine, radial heat damage. It's pretty good. What is the main problem of these three weapons in this week? They're all single target. The best thing you're gonna get is to use some punch through mods, and that's gonna be it. As for the Burston, it has the radial attack, but don't expect much from it. The Akbronco also it's Incarnon specialty, its uniqueness. It's also mainly single target. You're not gonna be hitting AoE with this. The only kind of best thing that's gonna allow you to deal with multiple enemies is the Nami Solo. Yeah. What to even say about this week for a priority? Vasto has a crazy potential for priority targets. So let's say disruption. Who knows if you're doing something like what's it called? The conjunction survival. You might want to kill the Traxxas with this before they enter the ethereal form and stuff. Other than that, it might be a good pick for the future, thinking about Whispers on the Wall. I think it might be a good pick. We might have to deal with some priority targets in the future. Who knows if on the alchemy, the grenades are going to be dropped by the normal enemies, or they're going to be special enemies. If there's anything like priority targets, it would be good to have a weapon like this one that can deal with that. I would say this one, and then I would go for a melee just to diversify a bit, because if you let's say you already have the Burston Prime, just don't bother with the Burston just for now. It's the same thing but a bit better. So maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I think that's how I feel about it today. I think that's how I feel it about now. It's probably different from what I I've told you guys on the past, but I'm just thinking a bit about the future. Leave it a like, subscribe, and peace.
Till next time, friend.